During his speech in Michigan this week, where he was supposed to be talking about his plan to combat crime here in the United States, yet he never once actually laid out a single policy or idea of how he would lower crime in the United States. But at one point, Donald Trump took a bit of a tangent and started complaining about the fact that, by God, women in this country just don't like him. And for some reason, he can't seem to put his finger on why. Now, I'm sure that everybody watching this right now immediately understands why women don't like Donald Trump. And we will get to that in just a few moments. But first, here's what Donald Trump said. When I return to the White House, we will stop the plunder, rape, slaughter, and destruction of our American suburbs, our cities and towns. I think women living in the suburbs, why wouldn't they like me? I keep the suburbs safe. I stopped low-income towers from rising right alongside of their house. And I'm keeping the illegal aliens away from the suburbs. I think that they like me a lot. I think it's a lot of fake polls. Women want to have safety. They want to have a strong military. They want to have a strong police force. They want to be in their house and they want to be safe. I hope they like my personality. I have a nice personality. But to me, it wouldn't be very important, the personality. Yeah, that's definitely not something a crazy person would say, right? Of course it is. Like, why don't they like me? I don't like crime, other than the crimes I've been convicted for. You know, we're listening to a convicted felon whine about crime, and there's like, why don't women think I'll keep them safe? Well, let's get into why women don't think you will keep them safe. Because I think at this point, just my personal opinion, the number one threat to women in the United States is probably Donald Trump. Not only did your packing of the Supreme Court strip them of their rights, but just you personally are a threat to women. You're the guy that used to party with Jeff Epstein. You're the guy currently flying around on Epstein's old plane. Old habits die hard, right there, bud? Not to mention, they're probably afraid of you and don't believe you'll keep them safe due to what you said on the Access Hollywood tape. I mean, that makes you sound like a predator. If I were a woman, I wouldn't want to be anywhere near you for fear that you would grab me. Not to mention, they also followed along very closely with the E. Jean Carroll trial and know that a jury found you liable for the sexual assault of E. Jean Carroll. Doesn't exactly sound like somebody women should be putting their faith in when a jury said, yes, he is liable for sexual assault of this woman. And if they weren't paying attention to any of that, then I'm sure they paid attention to the fact over the decades that you've cheated on every single wife you've ever had, including with an adult film star who you then tried to cover up with hush money, which resulted in your 34 felony convictions. And if they weren't paying attention to that, maybe they paid attention during the 2016 campaign when nearly 4 dozen women came forward accusing you of either some form of sexual harassment or assault. So, you know, pick your poison, Donald. There's lots of reasons women in this country do not like you. So stop pretending that I don't know why they don't like me. They don't like you because they wouldn't trust you if they were trapped in a room with you. Nobody should. That's why they do not like you. I'm guessing. Maybe it all has to do with policy. But I'm also willing to bet that you, personally, are just a deeply unlikable person who probably makes most of the women that you come in contact with feel exceptionally unsafe. Well, folks, we have crossed that 1 million subscriber milestone, but rest assured, we are just getting started here at Ring of Fire. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and make sure to like, share, and comment on the videos.